As soon as I got sent this, I knew I needed to make a video on it, but maybe not for the reasons you might be thinking. Here, let me just go ahead and show you why I knew I needed to make a video on this the second I got this. Well, if you can't tell, it's a Tal Dazar, so of course that's just like keep chaining hilarious moments in this dungeon. But yeah, this screenshot is actually why I knew I needed to make this video. This was a screenshot of the conversation that happens after the key's over, so it gives you a little bit of a taste for what's to come. I don't know what the first comment is, but the guy says, "Go comfort them. You are free to do so." I got what was being said there. He said, "Don't waste my time, noob." Now the person who sent this back replied, "You wasted our time. It was you who wasted the time." And the guy's retort is, "Ignore," with a bunch of spaces. "I go watch porn. GG's, noob." This immediately conjures in me some like crazy imagery I have from when I was like much younger. It screams of somebody who's like right on the cusp of adolescence, but is like trying to pretend like they're way cooler than they are. Just those two phrases back to back. "I go watch porn. GG, noob." Is he bragging? I mean, is he trying to be funny? I don't understand. Like if he's just like able to do it and you're not. Like what is the point of that comment? But of course, probably funnier is the fact that he's calling people noobs. It's literally 2 uses of the word noob in less than a minute. And of course, now we're in the key and you see it's a 19. 19 at Tal Dazar. He's calling other people noobs. Yeah, that's definitely not what you want to do. What also you don't want to do is fucking this, okay? There's a reason you go down the left side. I'm going to show you why in a bit. But yeah, he's going to try to do something here. I don't know what it was, but it ain't going to work. And we pretty much already have big issues here. We have the warrior die. Let's just go ahead and watch that again. So he's going to go down here and he's going to drop D&D, which is something I do all the time. Basically, what I like to do is I like to run off my mount. You could time it so you land on that platform on your mount, throw D&D down while you're in the air. It will aggro everything. People will keep running. They'll run right by you and nobody takes anything. You just fall down there and now you're fighting the boss. So he pulls them, but people are in line of sight. So they're actually now going to jump. He's in the air right now, right? You're not really, this is not how you want to do this because you don't want to fall and do this. Watch what he does here. He just falls and lands under there. It takes like, he's now at 50% health after all that fall damage. So now he gets hit to a 20% health from the first melee Zamrazan. This is not even a tyrannical week. But yeah, so just pay attention now to the warrior's health. So he's at 50%, 40% now, right? Where is he? Where is this guy? We don't know where he is. He's not in the shot. At first glance, you might think he's getting leaped on by the swords because of this awkward pulling. But then the warrior dies, and I just don't know where he is. Like, where is the warrior right now? But again, we'll come back to that. Let's watch this fight unfold here because now we're fighting the boss with 4 players. We pull the boss with 4 players. This guy's got to pop like major CDs just to not die to the fact that he just killed himself. 50% damage from fall damage. Warrior's back in the action now. Everybody's really low. Healer's obviously stressed out. This is probably like insanely, oh, can't even imagine healing this. Probably sounds like the most unfun thing ever. And then the warrior he dies to that. And look, I mean, we got an angel out. Like, what is going on here? Let's watch it again. So here comes the terrifying visage. People are all gonna hide. The warrior's just out here. He actually gets feared. So that guy just doesn't hide. So he's already died once. Now he got feared over there. And guess what? That is the recipe for disaster. He probably could have not died there. I don't know what this is. He just kind of runs sideways instead of run away from Razan. Perhaps he doesn't know it's on him because if you watch, he's got the swords on him here. He's gonna he gets the thing and he just starts running this way. Like he's running to the middle of the room instead of away. So he basically runs right into Razan. Meanwhile, the swords and this, what is that, Mom? Where's that guy come from? What is that thing? It's called a stalker. Oh, okay. Kills the healer. It's over there stabbing the fucking healer. I love this dungeon. It's my favorite dungeon. There's the fear. Here it comes again. 3, 2, 1. But now this raptor eats another person. And yeah, okay. So we're going to wipe to Razan. This might be the most chaotic wipe to Razan I've ever viewed personally. It's actually kind of crazy. I've been teasing this for a while, but there is a video coming that is going to be like the worst key you'll see all season. But this like pull of Razan, honestly, it's probably just as bad as anything you're going to see in that. Here's the learning part of this video. The guy says, how do you die? A sassy? And yeah, he dies because you guys went this way. You do not go this way, okay? There is a mob in stealth there. I think like 100% of the time it aggroes. I don't know exactly like if its pat is variable as well, but there's a reason you go to Razan first. It's because his pat is not variable. When you start the dungeon, he's in the exact same spot every time. So this guy doesn't understand that the mob is in the way here. He just goes down the right side. I guess he somehow has either never done the dungeon, never gone to Razan first. I don't understand the circumstances here. But then you see another funny comment here. The priest says the rogue ad killed him because we skipped 2 groups for some reason. Where is that coming from? Like, I have no idea what he's talking about. I assume he's talking about like going in between the swords here, but frankly, that guy has no idea what actually killed him. This is a funny thing that happens all the time in Mythic Plus. People talk about failure, but they don't actually have any concept of where the failure originated from, so they just say something totally off base. This is the second pull, okay? So here we go. Billy 2 cent, he's got it again. Guess who's having a fucking feast? It's Razan. He gets eaten again. Not a problem, bro. Oh yeah, he gets bop. You see the bop. So he gets bop. He survives it. We're just absolutely blasting this boss though. I mean, it's a fortified Razan. Do we have Bloodlust? Like, nobody in the group has the actual spell Bloodlust, so I guess we just don't Bloodlust. This one's actually fixated on the tank this time. Now I'm gonna tell you another little tip here. If you get fixated as the tank, just get eaten. It doesn't kill you. As a Death Knight, you can still Death Strike. It doesn't seem to give you the Death Strike bonus. So it must be registering as like environmental damage or whatever that is. I've gone in there a few times and I Death Strike for like very little, but it's still very easy to survive, especially on a 19. No point running there. People just getting whipped by the tail, no problem. Rat-a-tat here, hitting people. With Terrifying Visage yet again. Everybody's gonna stand in line of sight. Oh, just kidding. 2 people get feared. Watch that again. The cinematography is like so high too. Like, watch this. Like, here comes the knockback, hits like the whole group, just knocks them all back, and then he's gonna immediately do the fear. Paladin is gonna get immediately in line of sight. Like, he doesn't even want to wait for it. And then as you see, like, yeah, just pure capturing here. Look at these 2 guys. Just, you got everything on the screen. We got the Terrifying Visage going off. These 2 guys just don't care. Like, they're like, I do not have fear. Fear is the mind killer, and they're gonna just go ahead and both get feared. Now, which is hilarious because they both get feared and then immediately get feared into raptors. Like, it's somehow programmed that way. Both of them get sent into raptors. Maybe that is how it's programmed. I have no idea. But yeah, it's a bit of a mess yet again. You might have missed how that guy died in the mess that you have. Also, this guy who just got feared now, Berry Poppin', is also fixated, and guess what? He's just standing still. We give him freedom. I guess that's to encourage him to be free of this terrible key. He's not going to go ahead and take the Q there. He's just going to stand still and, yeah, literally just get eaten. Like, man, Razan is I mean, it's like Christmas. It really is. Maybe Thanksgiving, even better for Razan here. We now have 2 raptors out. They're just, I mean, just getting meleeed. We're kind of killing them. I mean, they're taking a lot of damage. Razan's really low here. You would think like, hey, there's no chance that anybody's going to have any issues here killing this boss. But look at how much damage this guy is taking, dude. He's just getting spanked, dude. I've never seen somebody take so much damage from a fortified 19 boss. Now, again, you might have missed another little funny thing. This is just jam-packed with funny stuff, right? So here we go. Here comes another fear. Tank is getting hit so hard, he puts AMZ down, even though there's 0 magic damage. Okay, Terrifying Visage going out. Guess who is, again, not going to get behind the line of sight? Of course, Billy 2 cents. That guy should lower his cent total to 1. He's over there, feared, just kind of standing in the water. Guess who's got targeted again? Okay, there goes Razan. He's going that direction now. He's kiting him over here. For some reason, he's going all the way over there. He just turns around and now he's kind of just running around in circles. And yeah, the pursuit is over. We just ran him over like 6 more raptors. Guess who's not going to live this? Watch me grip AMSing the physical raptor damage. And yeah. But the boss is, dude, he's got 2 million health. The tank goes down. Surely we can save it. It's under 1 million. Come on, just keep blasting. You got this. 600k, 300k, 200, 100. Oh, he's dead. Oh, thank God, guys. Now, of course, I've already shown you a 19 Atal where they wipe 4 times to Razan and still upgrade it. But that's the end of the footage. Priest comment there. Feels like a lot of first times in here, ... Yeah, it actually must be like, it must legitimately be, especially because like this warrior's gotten feared every single time and the tank did something like so absurd with going down to the right side there. It's like those 2 mistakes, like I don't know, like can you make that mistake more than once? Like surely you would learn from it. But yeah, this whole thing just cracks me up. Like it's like they're doing some achievement, like spawn 18 raptors on Razan, then kill them. The tank's like bashing the warrior, basically. Like, more raptors, hee. This is as he's like getting his ass kicked. Like, I'm talking about like he's had to expend purgatory and all cooldowns on a 19 fortified Razan. I don't even understand. Guess who's feared again though? Of course, the warrior stuff. I just got like every time I watch it, it's funnier and funnier. Here comes again, terrifying visage. Billy Two Cent just goes running into another raptor pile. I think legitimately, now that I watched this a few times, I think like it actually does fear you at a raptor pile. It must. But yeah, of course, the reason we're making the video is because even though all of this calamity has occurred, they're only down not even 7 minutes in this key. 6 minutes are gone. They didn't bloodlust, although I guess nobody has the spell. And yeah, Watch Me Grip is then gonna leave and then talk about calling other people noobs after doing a 19 where he died to a fortified boss. Now, of course, an astute eye would see this is the guy we're talking about. He is a Ragnaros player. Of course, everybody always reminds me about Ragnaros, but it has been a consistent issue over the years. This is the guy calling other people noobs, by the way. Hey, this is something. Double upgrade a 9. But yo, this is an evergreen topic, guys. Like, the amount of players that are doing keys that they are simply not very ready for and then actually lashing out. Or I mean, like, you actually have like a very heavy duality here. We have the warrior who frankly like somehow doesn't understand the fight. Like, we talk about this all the time where people say like, oh, he doesn't know the fight. And I oftentimes get like frustrated with that comment because usually, you know, if you're doing like a real key, it's like the guy knows the fight, dude. He just made a mistake. I think like this may be the first real example of the guy may literally not know the fight. Like, he may actually not understand that he could prevent that fear. Doubly ironic because it's a warrior. Now I get it. They don't get that berserking rage anymore for some reason, but it's just really funny to me just seeing him feared every single time. Like, literally every single time he gets killed by the assassin that the tank like basically forces him. Like, I mean, you really can't write some of this stuff. It's actually crazy. But yeah, the duality, like, we have the warrior who clearly doesn't really understand anything about the encounter. He's not even complaining about it, being totally calm, doesn't say a word. Then we have the tank who, I mean, I guess he knows the fight, but he doesn't understand like how you get down to the fight, ends up getting somebody killed on the way down, then doesn't understand how the guy got killed, taking all kinds of fall damage, ends up pretty much putting himself in danger for no reason, and then struggles to survive on a fortified boss. Who's the one who's in the worst position here? I mean, I think most people would probably say the warrior, myself included. A bit ridiculous to get feared every single time, but the duality, right? It's like so crazy. You have two guys who frankly do not understand what they're doing in these keys. One guy's totally calm, he's willing to continue. Other guy's just like a bucket of rage for no reason. Just such a weird, it's just like an evergreen topic. You see this so often in keys and it's just so hard to understand. Honestly, yeah, the warrior made some bad mistakes. He's probably going to make more mistakes, but again, we have footage on the channel of a 19 with 4 Razan pulls and they still upgrade the key. Just go ahead and stick it out. Try your best. Maybe it could be a good opportunity for you to learn some of the stuff that you don't know too. Probably the biggest issue with the levers, especially in the low key. Like, where's that guy going? What's his thoughts? Is he thinking like, wow, this warrior is way worse than I am. I'm not going to play with him. Oh, okay, sure thing, man. Well, enjoy your porn, my friend. And yeah, again, you guys are out there running funny keys, send them in. There is so much funny stuff happening out there. I think a lot of people send me this stuff too, and they don't fully realize just how funny some of the stuff is at first. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. More streams coming tomorrow, and hopefully we will have a good week coming up tyrannical wise. Thank you for watching. We will see you guys in the next video.